Hi, Shea.
Hi, I'm Mika.
Hi, my name is Ruby.
We are students from Qingdao University of Technology in China.
Hi, today we'll compare Chinese and Western cultural dimensions through campus life. So let's start with collectivism versus individualism.
We'll also explore long-term vs short-term, orientation and neutral vs emotional effect.
Let's dive into these contrasts.
In China, group projects thrive on collectivism. We prioritize the team's success, even if it means adjusting our individual ideas.
For example, we divide tasks based on specialism. You are skilled at data, let's build the analysis together.
Disagreements, we compromise. The group's goal matters more than one person's opinion.
In many Western cultures, individualism shines. Students often highlight personal ideas over group consensus. Calligraphy isn't just an activity, it's a long-term tradition. We practice daily to preserve cultural heritage, even for years.
Tech clubs focus on long-term goals, weekly trainings, monthly prototypes, and annual competitions. Success comes from gradual effort.
Western clubs often emphasize quick experiences, like a one-week photography workshop, prioritizing immediate fun over long-term commitment.
Happy Teacher's Day, Professor. Your guidance means a lot to us.
In China, we show respect through mutual affect, implicit actions, not loud emotions.
In Western cultures, emotional affect is common. Students might hug teachers or cheer loudly to express gratitude.
Chinese culture thrives on balance, collectivism with individual growth, long-term vision with tradition, and neutral effect with deep respect.
Compared to Western individualism, short-term focus on emotional expressiveness. These differences shape how we live and learn.
Thank you, Ruby, for letting us explore these dimensions. Hope our video helps you understand China's cultural nuances.
I am Shea. I'm going to share more examples for you. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the differences between collectivism and individualism were clearly visible. In collectivist China, when Wuhan was locked down, millions stayed home voluntarily, sacrificing personal freedoms for the greater good. Community workers organized mass testing and supply delivery, while factories switched to making masks and hospitals were built rapidly. Medical terms rushed to help, and mask wearing was seen as a social duty. This unified effort controlled the outbreak efficiently. In individualistic countries like the US and UK, anti-mask protests were common. People viewed mandates as infringements on personal freedom. In the US, inconsistent state policies such as varied lockdowns and vaccine mandates added to the chaos. Many refused vaccines in the name of personal choice, causing social divisions. These factors led to overwhelmed hospitals and higher dice tolls. The pandemic showed that collectivism emphasizes cooperation for public safety, while prioritizing individual freedom can weaken society's ability to combat crises.
In many Western cultures, emotional openness is often celebrated. People are encouraged to verbalize their feelings openly. For example, in the US, it's common for individuals to share their excitement, frustration, and sadness in casual conversations. This openness extends to public spaces as well, where passionate speeches and displays of emotions are not only expected but can also inspire others. On the other hand, many Eastern cultures, such as those in China, Japan, and Korea, tend to value emotional neutrality. The emphasis is in maintaining harmony with social groups, so people may choose to suppress or convey intense emotions. For instance, in Chinese culture, the phrase 喜怒不形于色, not showing happiness or anger on the face, reflects the cultural preference for emotional restraint, especially in formal and professional settings. These differences stem from historical and philosophical roots. Western values of individualism and self-expression trace back to ideas like humanism and enlightenment, which emphasize personal freedom. In contrast, Eastern cultures, influenced by Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism, prioritize social harmony, respect for hierarchy, and collective well-being over individual emotional release. In today's globalized world, understanding these differences is crucial. For example, a Westerner might perceive an Easterner's emotional restraint as coldness, while an Easterner would view a Westerner's openness as implied or attention-seeking. However, these differences also offer opportunities for mutual learning. Westerners can benefit from the Eastern's practice of emotional self-control in maintaining prosperity during conflicts, while Easterners might learn from Westerners' ability to communicate needs and feelings directly to avoid misunderstandings. In conclusion, neither the neutral or the expressive approach to emotions is inherently better. They are simply reflections of diverse cultural values. By embracing and respecting these differences, we can bridge cultural gaps. We can foster more meaningful cross-cultural interactions and create a more inclusive and empathetic global community.
I'm delighted to talk about short-term and long-term. Short-term, buying stocks and selling them within days to profit from quick price swings, like investing in a company after it annoys sees a good earning, then selling when the stock rises briefly. It focuses on immediate market trends but carries high risk from sudden news or sentiment shifts. Long-term, holding index funds for 10 max years, relying on long-term market growth. For instance, consistently investing in the S&P 500, ignoring daily fluctuations and trusting the economy's long-term upward trend. It emphasizes compound interest and time-saving, more diversified risk. The key difference: short-term chases quick gains, while long-term based on sustained trend.